everyone. Welcome to LaserGIS Tuesdays at 2. I'm Jaye Cottrill, and I'm the Marcom manager here at LTI. Every Tuesday around 2 p.m. Mountain Time, we go live for about 15 minutes, and we discuss solutions in traffic safety or in professional measurement. So you can grab a cup of coffee and join us for about 15 minutes. Today, Derrick Reish joins me to talk about what LaserGIS means and how it can improve your workflow. So this is going to be an interesting time. Derrick, thanks for joining me today.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks.
For people who have not had the joy of meeting you yet, can you please tell us what you do and how long you've been with LaserTech?
Sure. Yeah. Derrick Reish. I'm a senior product manager for our professional measurement division, which is basically anything outdoors, forestry, utilities, construction, mining. I focus on those type of industries. And so I've been with LaserTech since 1999. And so that's equaling about 22 and a half years right now.
That's a long haul. That's great, though, because you know everything there is to know about LaserGIS. So
Yep.
Tell us, what is LaserGIS and why is it important?
LaserGIS, that's a good question. This concept really first started off with just integrating laser rangefinders with software programs back in the day. And then the official name LaserGIS kind of took off when we integrated the laser rangefinder into Esri's ArcPad as an extension. So inside that extension and within ArcPad, you're able to fully utilize the rangefinder's capabilities. Let me show you a diagram to kind of help out a little bit better.
Yes.
Do that. So if you can see my screen here, sometimes we refer to it as GNSS laser offset mapping. But basically what we're doing, LaserGIS applies offsets to features by recording both the GNSS position and the associated distance and compass direction of the object. So you can see here the rangefinder with its tilt sensor, compass sensor, and your GNSS. You take a measurement from your safe location to the object, and the software will position that remote coordinate. So it's a really good workflow. You can stand in one location, and you can take a number of offsets or other attributes of that feature before you have to move to that next location. So this shows a really good diagram of what we're talking about. Just stand in one area and take measurements, and so you don't have to occupy each point.
So, working.
At that diagram I was showing there, basically, so being in one location and able to map different assets, say a manhole in the middle of the roadway, or different areas where you don't want to occupy, down a ravine or in a trench. If you got to jump down there with your GNSS device, get that position, and crawl back and out, in and out. I mean, that's not great for a lot of people. So, or jumping in the road, taking measurements, and getting back out to get that is, I call that the Frogger thing. So we don't do that. So you can stand in one safe location, on the side of the road, get a GNSS position, and then use the laser rangefinder to take those measurements to those different objects. So that safety factor comes into play. Yeah, even though you're wearing that vest, orange, yellow, bright yellow vest, people are not paying attention to you. They're just driving right by, paying attention to the road or the phone. So that's how we make it safe.
Right. Yeah. And yeah, I see people playing Frogger a lot, which worries me because I want them to be safe. Yeah. You said that professional measurement is anything outdoors, but LaserGIS would be for specific industries, wouldn't it? Like, which industries would benefit the most?
Oh, it's it's really common and ideal for, just like I talked about, different ways where people are using any GNSS receiver or GPS receiver, even on your phone. Is anybody plotting points in the outdoors, from forestry to mining, like we talked about. Public works is a big one. Wastewater, water, gas, and electric utilities. That's another one. And that's one thing we want to talk about is about, again, it's like taking these measurements and all these different, if I have to position anything out there with a GPS device or GNSS device, then we go after that market. So that's where a laser can be integrated with that workflow very easily.
So we talked a little bit at the beginning when you were introducing that you could stand in one place and take a lot of different points. Does this help save time in the field? Do you have feedback from maybe some end users that would say, before we did this, it was this long to do a site, and now it only takes us this long?
It's kind of, that's like a little motto of this is map more, move less.
Yeah.
So again, that's saving that time. We have a lot of customers talk like, I can't say it says 35% or 50%, just depends on what environment they're in, but they're able to get to job site much quicker and another thing is they kind of reduce the manpower at one location. They can maybe have two people at two different locations so they can speed up those jobs and be more profitable that way also. So it's like, again, standing in one area and being able to position a bunch of things, especially like urban tree mapping or pole inventory. Just think about, you see all the different utility poles running down the highway, and if you had to plot each one of those, that's going to take a long time. So saving that time really, it also saves money. So you're able to get to the new job site, get that one done, collect everything needed right there, and then move on to the next spot.
So one of the things that we like about our laser rangefinders is that they are made for professionals. These aren't sports laser rangefinders. It's a little bit more upgraded from that. What kind of measurements do these laser rangefinders gather for you? What can it calculate?
Yeah, just like you were talking about our lasers are professionals, are for professionals. They're not sports optics like you mentioned. So we have the laser sensors. We've got the tilt sensor that's measuring your inclination or your elevation, and then a compass sensor integrated into a unit 2 measures your azimuth. So with those three values, we're able to calculate some other things, such as horizontal distance. Not just your line of sight distance, but with those values, we're able to calculate that horizontal distance, and also the laser will calculate a vertical distance too, with all those different measurement values that it's acquiring. So those are just a couple of them that we're able to calculate within the laser. Excuse me. The other is we've got onboard routines, such as height measurements. So it's a 3-point height routine. We take measurements of the object, a top angle, base angle, and we're able to capture at that height. So you can do that again from that one location, capture the height of trees, utility poles, etc. Another onboard solution we have is what we call missing line. And what I mean by missing line is like sometimes what's missing line? It's basically taking measurements of two remote objects, getting the measurements between them. Now we can do that 2D or 3D. So think of like taking a measurement to the top of a hill and the base of the hill. We can get that angle or the slope of the hill that way. So that's an easy way to do that. Or if I need to take measurements, say I want the width of a building, take a measurement of the right-hand side, the left-hand side here, and we're able to measure or calculate those values between those two remote spots.
So with all of these great calculations, do we still have to write them down with a pen and paper?
No. That's one good thing about our lasers. We have Bluetooth incorporated in that, so we can talk to different smart devices, capture that, and that's what's good about LaserGIS is you go back to capturing all this information into software or apps, so we capture all those measurements, and so as soon as I take those measurements and it does the calculations, which is, it's fast, it outputs right into the app, so there's no need to write anything down or fat fingers anything in, like, oh yeah, but I can't read my own handwriting, so that'd be terrible. So it's really it helps to go right into all different types of apps.
So it helps reduce any of the error that could be introduced as you're going along.
Exactly. That kind of goes back to reducing the error, saving time. If I have to write things down, then I have to transcribe that to something else or put that into a GIS solution back at the home office. It's like there's another time-saving aspect there.
So, do we have to use only LaserTech apps, or do these lasers work with other apps that are out there?
Yeah, that's one thing we do. We try to really work with a lot of different partners. We have numerous different third-party app developers and also that work with like different GNSS devices like Trimble, like EOS, others. There's a lot of them out there, and they have their own apps, and we interface. They have a laser integration into that, and again, that's where this LaserGIS really starts to come out. It's like you probably have tools or apps out that you already own, and all you need to do is integrate a laser into the workflow just for this type of application and gather different attributes for these features. So there's not only our apps that we have, there, yeah, definitely numerous out there, traveling all around the place. There'll be somebody walks up and goes, oh yeah, we have this app with your laser in it. I've never heard of it in my life, but they wrote it, and because we give all that information out for free, and they just integrate real easy with our devices.
That's fantastic. Can you tell us specifically what rangefinders we do have in our series?
Sure. Yeah, you got a lot of them, which is nice. Keeps me busy as a product manager.
Right.
So we have lasers that kind of introductory level, what we call just kind of a lower cost unit called a TruePulse 200L, and we have other models up to very high accuracy units. So we've got what I call 2D lasers. So it measures distances and tilt. So it's got two sensors built on board. Those are our TruePulse 200 models. And the TruePulse line has been our most popular line back in 2005. But we've done a lot of introduced new models, did a lot of improvements on these models over the years. So that's our famous, the line is the TruePulse. So then we also have 3D models, or lasers. And that's when we incorporate that compass sensor in it. So we call that the TruePulse 360 or 360R. So we have a lot of different rangefinders, professional laser rangefinders on our TruePulse line, and we also develop different module systems too. Excuse me. A true angle, what we call it, so you can still get horizontal angles, just in case of the compass might be. There might be some magnetic interferences that will cause inaccuracies with the compass, but I still need that horizontal angle, and we build devices for that too.
So, with all of our different products that we have, do you have a favorite product, either past or present, that you would be your go-to rangefinder for LaserGIS?
Yeah, well, being here 22 years, I guess, and I've seen quite a few lasers from our Criterion 400 to the Impulse, for what a lot of foresters call the red laser. Probably my favorite right now is the TruePulse 360 because we really reduced the size of that unit. Fits in a vest pocket, took all the different sensors, put it into one unit, and is very accurate for what, look at it, and it's just, it's pretty small and handheld, and we put all those powerful measurement routines in this type of device. So that's my favorite laser.
All right. Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me on the live stream today. Do you have any additional thoughts, anything we didn't cover?
Not really. But again, if you want to find out more information about LaserGIS or what apps we do integrate with, we have a lot of different technical documents on our website. So if you say, hey, I wonder if a laser interfaces with this app, go to our website, take a look at it. We have a couple areas where you can see that and actually how it integrates with the app itself. So if you want more information, we have it for you.
Oh, yeah. So you can visit lasertech.com and take a look and see what you can find in the professional measurement division of that website.
Right.
So I would love to thank everyone else for watching today. If you want to be alerted about upcoming Tuesday at 2 events, click the like button and follow LaserTech's Facebook page. And if you're watching the replay on our YouTube channel, click subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be alerted to new videos. And we'll see you again next week on Tuesday at 2 p.m. Mountain Time. So until then, keep measuring safely and working smart.